is just the start of the Big 12 and Power 5 talk to come. Listen to JJ and Alex Monday on your drive home. Afternoons from 3 to 6 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is First and 12. Thanks for being a part of the program. Thanks for hanging out with us this season. If you miss any portion of the show, just like every week, you'll be able to get the podcasts wherever fine podcasts are found. You can download those, listen to our ramblings about the comparisons of the Big 12 as it pertains to Dancing with the Stars. That's what we've gotten into. That's what we've turned into, Mitch. That's what we've turned into. Let's jump in here, though. It's a part of the show where we get to our sound roundup, listen to some of the audio from across the conference. Let's jump in right here.
Big 12 Sound Roundup.
Check 1, 2.
The best bites, cheap shots, and excuses from Saturday's postgame news conferences.
Let's just jump right in. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark, he laid out the resumes for Texas Tech and BYU, the two teams in the Big 12 football championship game. This was Commissioner Yormark.
Both programs got to Arlington by earning it on the field with an impressive 11-1 records. Just like when these two teams met in Lubbock last month, all eyes again will be on the Big 12 when they take the field this Saturday in Arlington, live on ABC at 11 o'clock CT. Both programs are not only worthy of competing in the Big 12 title, but they both deserve to be in the CFP based on their resumes and their bodies of work. Texas Tech's terrific season has them firmly in the CFP, no doubt. They are a shoo-in, and I said that last Friday. BYU's body of work at 11-1 is being undervalued by the CFP committee at number 11 in rankings. Let's not look at logos. Let's look at resumes. Any blind resume comparison has BYU in the top 10. No question about it. In comparison with Notre Dame, as an example, BYU has a better overall record, better strength of record, and better strength of schedule. I am confident that the CFP will get it right for BYU. With that, again, thrilled that you all are with us, excited for this weekend.
Sounds like Brett Yormark already assigned Texas Tech the championship, though, too, right? Like,
yeah.
Isn't that kind of funny? Where he, like
they're in.
That was a little bit lost, right? Where he goes,
yeah.
I hope they consider BYU. Well, you're not saying that unless they lose the conference championship. If they win it, then you're talking about that with Texas Tech. And I think that Texas Tech has gotten enough of a branding boost this year that would get that kind of situation going. So it's interesting to see this thing go back and forth and how this is going to shape up. I'm not sure. However, I do want you to listen to Joey McGuire, because I don't know if you heard this yesterday, but this soundbite I thought was awesome. It's a little bit long, but it's him going off about, hey, by the way, we have the schedule and the calendar totally screwed up. But when you don't have a commissioner of the most watched sport besides the NFL in the country, when you don't have a commissioner, when you don't have a committee that's actually got teeth about rules, calendars, engagements, then you have a problem. And this is what Joey McGuire said about how the calendar just screws everything up.
I don't want the portal in the spring. I want to know what my team is in January so I can create my team and what we did this last year and the chemistry and everything. And so you're just putting a Band-Aid over the problem until we address the calendar. So in my opinion, we all should have played August 23rd. So instead of week 0, we play, that's week 1. That would mean with the buys and everything, the conference championship would have been played over Thanksgiving. So you get that out of the way. So now we know who's in the playoffs. So if you were saying the first round was going to be played Saturday and then the quarterfinals 7 days after that, semifinals 7 days after that, you actually could play the national championship on January 1st. And then the portal would open on January 2nd. So the season would actually be over. So until you do that, we're still going to have this. If we're going to be like the NFL, to where everybody's saying that, in the NFL, there's a tampering for coaches also, and there's a penalty. And so, hey, if you're going to leave your team that's in the playoffs, maybe your team that you're going to is not eligible for the playoffs the next year. Maybe that changes some of the things. Or hey, you're going to leave your team for the playoffs. Nobody from your past team or your team that you're coaching at can go to the team that you're going to. That they're not eligible. They can get in the transfer portal, but they've got to go somewhere else. They can't follow you. Until there's some penalties in that, we're going to get the same thing over and over. I do think the biggest thing that we have to address, and TV's got to get behind this because they've already got this mapped out with the quarterfinals and all this stuff, we've got to push the calendar up, and we've got to get football out of the second semester. We're not supposed to be playing college football on January 19th. That should be over at the very worst of where it has been in the past. I still think that's too late, and the calendar can change that.
Too reasonable.
Fantastic.
It's a person who thought it out too much. There's no room for that in college football.
That man loves college football. Joey McGuire,
he does.
He should be the commissioner of college football. That guy loves the sport.
Let's not pretend like he's saying that like, hey, you got to keep it out of the second semester. They're working on their finals. Like, that's not what he's talking about.
No.
He's talking about, this is weird, you guys. Like, you've got to get through it, be done with it, and move on.
That
and go to the next thing.
Ohio State title, no one cared last year.
No
one cared. I honestly forgot the game was happening.
You really do forget. You really do forget, because at some point it doesn't make any sense. And by the way, we get to this point of the year where these conference championships happen, and then what do? We have 2.5, 3 weeks of sitting around going, oh, can't wait for that stupid bowl game to start up on the 17th. This dumb bowl game doesn't matter on the 21st. All these things. And guess what? The college football playoff, I get it. It's the big thing, and it's going to get even bigger. And make some of these early round games, brand them as the old bowls, fine. I like it. But take away old school bowls. We don't need that garbage. You don't need to go, do we have enough funding for the Nassau Bahamas Bowl? No, you don't. And you know what? Bag it. You know what? You don't need to send a Sun Belt representative. You don't need to. And so all of those things that are just the worthless accoutrement to the bowl season, and just the excuse of, well, people are at home and they'll watch anything, is not actually true. It's not actually true, because we barely wanted to watch the national championship last year. Because guess what? NFL is king by the end of it, and once January, middle of January starts coming in, I go, I've moved on, brother. I love college football more than anything, including the NFL. But the NFL, the best season, the best part of the year, wild card weekend,
yes,
divisional rounds, and those are starting to get encroached a little bit with the college football stuff. Don't think you're too big, college football. You're not bigger than the Shield, and you never will be. Joe McGuire makes tons of sense. Make the national championship on those January 1s that people traditionally love college football on. Let's go, man. I love it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Second hour of the program, around the corner. We've got tons to get into. When we come back, we'll get into our final power rankings. Hey, these are set in stone now. These are just etched in the granite at the end of the season. We'll tell you what they are, and we'll get there. Much more to go. Second hour right here in First and 12 on KSL News Radio.